fuck away from me.
To this day! As if 400 years of slavery wasn't enough.
Alright, what up YouTube? It's your boy In, back at y'all with some boxing talk. And today, I need to go over this because I feel like there's a lot of opinions that are still swaying on the other side. But Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. What you guys need to understand right now is that when two fighters are on the same level, the fights that they take and the fights that they make are what decides who elevates past the other. That's how you decide the A side. So I know that there are some people that think that, Terrence Crawford will beat Errol Spence. Even though I do like Terrence Crawford as a fighter, I believe Errol Spence will win that fight. But that opinion of mine is neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is, all the accomplishments that Terrence Crawford has are not at the 147-pound weight division. Errol Spence is unified champ now. His past 3 fights, he had 3 fights back-to-back with future Hall of Famers. He took the belt from Kell Brook in his own backyard. Then he went and took Shawn Porter's belt. Right after getting the belt that Shawn Porter lost to Kell Brook, he takes that belt and then he goes and takes Shawn Porter's belt. And he is now a unified champion. He's the A side. His lowest pay-per-view numbers are higher than Terrence Crawford's highest pay-per-view numbers. Let that sizzle a little bit. Let that simmer in your mind. He was at the Texas Star with a name that I wasn't even familiar with. And that fight did better numbers than Terrence Crawford with Amir Khan. Look at the way the numbers are stacking up, guys. At 147, Terrence Crawford beat Jeff Horn, paper champion. And I've said this in a previous video. He beat Jeff Horn. He beat Amir Khan. Amir Khan laid down after taking a punch to the groin. He beat Mean Machine, but he was dropped by Mean Machine. And then he beat Kell Brook 3.5 years after Errol Spence beat Kell Brook. And Kell Brook is the most impressive name on his resume at welterweight division. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, just check the numbers. Amir Khan versus Terrence Crawford only did 150,000 pay-per-view buys, whereas Errol Spence, his lowest pay-per-view is over 200,000 pay-per-view buys. And Danny Garcia versus Errol Spence did 250,000 pay-per-view buys. So when you look at the facts, Errol Spence is bringing in more money. He's a bigger draw. He's selling out arenas, and he has more pay-per-view appearances than Terrence Crawford. He has more belts than Terrence Crawford. He has more champions under his belt than Terrence Crawford. He has more future Hall of Famers under his belt than Terrence Crawford. At the end of the day, Errol Spence has everything more than Terrence Crawford. So Terrence Crawford, I'm sorry, but 60-40 split is more than fair. Stop being a diva. Take the fight. You can't say that Errol Spence doesn't want to fight when you denied his offer. You're clearly the one that doesn't want to fight, but sign the contract, 60-40. If you have any contrasting opinions, go ahead and blow up my comments. I know you guys will. But until then, out.